Hello and welcome. I'm Nick
I'm Jackson.
from Top Notch Sports, and today we're going to be talking about Aaron Rodgers, the Jets, Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, the New York Jets situation. Oh boy, they won against Buffalo, big win, but ultimately a big loss when Aaron Rodgers went down and tore his Achilles on the fourth play of the game. My money, right out the window. I had him getting 200 passing yards and a touchdown, and unfortunately, only two sports books that I bet on give me my money back. And that was I gotta give him credit. Bet 365 and DraftKings. FanDuel, Caesars, all of them. Screw you. Anyway, I am absolutely nauseous that Aaron Rodgers got hurt. This was my Super Bowl team. I love Aaron Rodgers. Right when he went down, not because of what I had bet into. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, these people that have money on the game, how dare they talk about the money?" I don't care about my money. I'm more disgusted that this man that's about 39, 40 years old now just went down with an injury when he came back and he was possibly considering retirement, comes to a team, gets recruited by all these young guys, supposed to come in and save this franchise, win a championship with this team, and ultimately goes down with an injury. And now he had to question the rest of his career. I feel absolutely heartbroken for this man. I really do. No, I don't care what people think of Aaron Rodgers. I feel absolutely disgusted that this happened. What's your whole take on the situation first about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's such a heartbreaking situation for him. It's a heartbreaking situation for Jets fans. I'm sure a lot of Jets fans didn't sleep last night. And I saw a report that coaches for the Jets didn't sleep last night. Just a complete heartbreaking night for Jets fans who, thought this was going to be it. This was going to, be their year. They finally had a quarterback after years of just awful quarterback play. And, a minute into the game, it's over 4 plays. And Aaron Rodgers is done. They're giving up a second-round pick now instead of a first-round pick. That's big news, but whatever. But that's last night. That's Monday night. It's Tuesday. Zach Wilson right now is QB1. Who knows if they're going to bring in a free agent quarterback? Reports are that they are talking to everyone. They're reaching out to Matt Ryan. Colin Kaepernick's agents are reaching out to the Jets. So a lot going on there.
Yeah, something that I want to mention real fast is back to Hard Knocks. I didn't watch the full thing yet. I've been very busy, but I want to go back and watch. But I did watch, I remember, I think first 3 or 4 episodes. I'll never forget Coach Jeff Albrecht. I don't even know how you say his last name, the defensive coordinator. I'll never forget they're watching tape, and Aaron Rodgers makes one throw across his body, sidearm. And he said, "You know what? That's our effing quarterback. That's our guy. We're never out of a game. Only he can make that throw." And it's just been playing over and over and over again in my head, nonstop. That's our quarterback. He's the only one that can make that throw. That's our guy. That's our guy. We're never out of a game. The dude was rolled out, threw it sidearm, all cockeyed across his body and got it there. And he called a touchdown. And he said our coverage was spot on. But only our guy is the only quarterback in the National Football League that can make that happen. That, to me, it's just so heartbreaking because that staff was the players, the defense, the individual players, everybody in that coaching staff. They thought they had that guy for this season. And now, like that, 3 plays, 4 plays, it's over. It's all over. Now, is there anything else you want to talk about Aaron Rodgers? Because now we got to look going forward. So anything else you want to mention about Rodgers? I feel heartbroken for him, and I feel heartbroken for many of the Jets fans.
No, that's all I got. I'm just heartbreaking for the Jets fans and Aaron Rodgers. Shitty situation.
Yeah, and again, like you mentioned, the second round pick now, yada, yada, doesn't even mean anything. Because in reality, it would have been all right if they gave up at first if he was to play. Now they give up a second, and he's not even playing. They don't even know if he's ever going to play again. Let's battle this out. So we talked about Rodgers, okay? That's it with Rodgers. I don't know what else to say about him. I had the Jets winning the Super Bowl this year. I really did. I put some money on them winning the Super Bowl. I thought with that amazing defense, which it was amazing last night. That's the upside, right? They were absolutely phenomenal. And you can't tell me now if Rodgers was a quarterback, they had a shot at the championship. I want to make that clear. They beat Buffalo. Josh Allen didn't look great. I'm a big fan of Josh Allen. But that team with Rodgers, I feel like was Super Bowl material. What do you think? Yes or no?
I completely agree. I was worried about that team coming in. My AFC championship personally was Chiefs and the Jets. So I thought the Jets were definitely going to be right there.
Yeah. And now with this, so all right, so now throw that out. Okay, now we got to look at what was at, center stage here.
180. 180, set.
Zach Wilson. Okay. Now, you and I made a video back in 2021. I believe it was March 21st. You go on our TikTok, you go on our YouTube, and go back and watch. One of the greatest creations we ever did was our scouting report of the 2021 quarterbacks. And I was a young scout back then. You know, I've come a long way, but I've had hits and misses. And this could be a big miss. Zach Wilson. You go back and watch what I said about him. I still think the same things are true. I think he's a phenomenal prospect. I feel like he has a phenomenal arm. I feel he has phenomenal mobility. I feel like he can, throw with anticipation. But remember those weaknesses I had listed? I had 2 weaknesses listed. If I remember correctly, one was decision making, the other one was injury. And those have been the 2 biggest issues with Zach Wilson. And if you honestly, those are the 2 things. Am I right or wrong? When you think about Zach Wilson and all the negatives that the media wants to say and all the negatives the fans want to say, it's been decision making, right, and injury. That has been the downfall to Zach Wilson so far. True or false? I mean, what else would you say has been the downfall to him?
I mean, definitely been decision making. He's definitely made some questionable choices last night. I think the pick he threw was definitely a questionable pass. So if you can just hone in on the decision making, just make the easy throws, and they're gonna be all right.
Here's another thing I want to do here, and I want to say, I mean, because a lot of people are saying, all Wilson needs to do with this defense is be a game manager. Do you agree with that statement that he needs to be a game manager? If you're the offensive coordinator, what are you trying to do with this offense?
That's not Zach Wilson's game. You got to let the guy take shots. He's going to throw picks. Either way, we saw last night. If you just let him dink and dunk the whole time, he's going to throw picks. So why don't you just let the guy air it out?
That's what I said. That was literally my case last night. He's going to throw picks either way. If you make him a game manager, he's going to throw picks. And all you're doing now is making the defense play even harder. Every time Wilson comes in the game. Here's another thing. Number one, confidence is a real thing. And the lack of confidence that the coaching staff and everyone has had in him and the fan base has had on him has killed him. Killed him. Stand up for your quarterback. Support him. Even when he throws a pick, support him. He's your guy, at least for the time being. And number 2, don't shrink the offense. Let him air them out. His biggest strengths was his arm. Don't try to make him a game manager. He's going to throw picks either way. And when you shrink the offense to everything around the line of scrimmage, it makes the defense play a lot tighter. They're going to send blitzes, man-to-man, zero coverage, zero blitzes. That's what they're going to do. Why? Because they feel like if everything's around the line of scrimmage, they can send pressure on Wilson. He's going to collapse, and he needs to sling it out. And I'm going to be honest with everybody right here, right now. I'm not saying Zach Wilson is going to do better than what Rodgers was going to do. But I'm saying this may have been a blessing. Because I'll tell you this. All the hype that we all had, even me, I just said I think that, they were a Super Bowl team. There was a lot of questions about that offensive line and Aaron Rodgers. I feel like Aaron Rodgers has been a sitting duck. And I'm not saying there's not a playmaker. He can absolutely use his legs. But that offensive line, the 3 plays or 4 plays that Rodgers played, got smacked around. He had pressure on him every play. Zach Wilson can use his legs and can help this team move the ball around a little bit. But they need to open up the offense. They got to allow him to make shots down the field to keep the defense honest. If all they're going to do is run the ball, the defense is going to kill him. And every time Wilson's played for the last few seasons, all they try to do is dink and dunk and hand off. Open up the offense. Let this man take shots, and things will happen. He has the playmakers around him. What do you think?
Well, you just said what I was going to say. He's got the playmakers. He's got Garrett Wilson, Lazard coming over, Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook. McCole Hardman coming over from the Chiefs. So the guy's got playmakers. Let him get out of the pocket and let him take some shots deep. Garrett Wilson's, I'm going to say, one of the better receivers in the NFL. Probably, I'm going to say he's a top 10 receiver. He guy's so good. He's you just got to let him take shots. He's going to throw picks. Let him learn. He's learned from Rodgers now, so let him see if that information that Rodgers has passed on to him has stayed in his brain. And if he can help this Jets team stay in games, they're going to be all right.
And again, I'm going to keep saying the defense will make plays. Don't say, game manager mode. If Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett do that, this team will fail miserably. You'll see 13. You'll get a game manager out of them, and he's going to throw picks, and you might win 13-10. 7-6. Something crazy like that. Something stupid. Okay? Let him open up the offense. You may be surprised what this guy can do. That's all from me. Anything else? And again, the biggest thing is I'm keep on saying take shots, but that offensive line needs to hold up decently. So if they can establish some play action and protect, just give this man chances, one-on-one situations. I mean, and again, how many times did you see a one-on-one with Wilson throughout that game? They didn't let him do it. But again, one thing I will say is this. I watched Zach Wilson's press conference, and he said post-game that it was a run call, and he audible to that one-on-one with Wilson, and then he threw the touchdown. It wasn't a good throw, but you saw him check that. And what was the coaching staff going to do? Make him run. He checked it to a pass. They scored a touchdown. Let the man throw. He may surprise you. He will throw picks either way. Open it up. And I'll tell you this right now. If you shit on this man after losing to Dallas next week, because you're probably going to lose to Dallas next week. They just blew out the Giants 40-0. You're doing nothing besides killing this kid's confidence, and it's only going to hurt you in the long run. Support this man. Dallas just made Daniel Jones and the Giants look like hell. Okay? Brian Daboll was the coach of the year last year. 40-0. You can't expect to win this game. You can't expect to win this game. You know, the Giants' offensive line looked like hell. I think the Jets honestly don't have that much better of an offensive line, especially after watching what they did against Buffalo. I'm telling you right now, give this man confidence. Give him a few weeks. Don't say, oh, our season's over after you lose to Dallas next week because you're probably going to lose. And if he can win, I don't care if this dude throws 3 interceptions. You better pat this man on the back and say, congratulations. You got us a huge win over the Dallas Cowboys. Anything else from you?
I mean, what do the Jets have to lose at this point? You know, you got your guy, Zach Wilson, former number 2 overall pick. Let him cook. Let him get to work. See what happens.
I'm excited, man. Again, a lot of people are going to tell me, you know, my scouting career, a lot of people say is on the line with Zach Wilson because it was a big claim. You know, I like Zach Wilson. I do like him, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I was right about Josh Allen. I was right about, Lamar Jackson. I was right about Justin Herbert. I feel like I was right about Kyler Murray. Remember that year everyone was saying Dwayne Haskins was the number 1 guy. Kyler Murray was my number 1. A lot of people were saying Dwayne. Everyone forgets about that. You know, I was wrong the last few years, but if Zach Wilson can turn out to be pretty damn good, they just got to open up the offense. And a lot of it's going to surround the coaching staff and the offensive line. That's all from us. We'll talk to you guys soon. Please let us know in the comments below what you think. See you guys soon. Peace. We are
Built Better.
See you guys soon. Peace.